Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the channel, and I'm here to recap the third of a four-game series between the Cleveland Guardians and the Detroit Tigers, and man, how about the Cleveland Guardians? They get another win over the Detroit Tigers. They've won the series. They took the first three games here in Detroit, and the Guardians have finally started to get hot. They had a great game offensively, including the breakthrough 10th inning where they scored 4 runs to win this game. They gave up 2, but it didn't matter. Guardians have started to heat up. They got an okay start from Luis Ortiz. Like, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It was kind of in the middle, really. But the bullpen was fantastic, from Matt Festa to Cantillo to Smith to Heron. Clase gave up 1 run. But I thought the bullpen was pretty good for the Guardians tonight. They only gave up 1 hit. 4 of the 5 hits come off the starter Ortiz, and all the Guardians can muster was... Oh, the Tigers, can muster was 1 more hit. And the Guardians had 11 hits for 7 runs, 4 of those in the 10th. Their starter, Ortiz, 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts for the Tigers. Casey Mize was good, 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. They reinstated him from the injured list. He got the start after a minimum stint on the injured list. He had a left hamstring injury, if I'm not mistaken, missing just 2 starts. I thought he done fine, man. He's pitched pretty damn good this season so far. So he went 5 innings, but they collapsed late, the bullpen. And Gleyber Torres had a single in the 3rd, and after that, the Detroit Tigers didn't record another hit until Torres delivered a double in the 10th inning. It's kind of the lack of offense to the Tigers' downfall led to their downfall in this loss. The 3rd of 4 games in the series, the Guardians tied the game in the 8th inning, and then they grabbed the lead in the 10th and never looked back. They never looked back. So the Tigers have lost 3 games in a row for the first time since the first series of the season against the reigning champion Dodgers. And after 3 losses, their advantage has been trimmed to 3 games over the Guardians and the Twins. They had a pretty good division lead, but with these 3 straight losses here, it's trimmed to 3 games. And they scored 4 runs in the top 10th. They faced a right-handed reliever, Brennan Hanafy, which I don't know if that's the best decision. They got hits from Manzardo, Angel Martinez, who was a pinch hitter, and Nolan Jones drove in 3 of the runs, and a sacrifice fly from Bo Naylor plated the other run. Hanafy induces ground balls at an elite rate, but he surrendered at least 1 hit in 14 of his past 16 relief appearances, including at least 2 hits in each of his past 5 outings. Even worse, he's responsible for 29 hits allowed in 25 innings this season. So I don't know if that was the best decision to have him in extra innings. At least to me. So they did take a 7-3 lead to the bottom of the 10th inning. Torres cut the deficit with a 2-run double off Clase, but he locked back in and finished the game, and then retired Cole Keith in the first pitch pop out, and Riley Green in the first pitch grand out to end the game. So the Tigers even had they had a 3-run lead after the first inning. They scored 3 runs in the bottom of that first inning. We'll over the scoring summary of how they got those runs. Cole Keith doubled, and then Veerling with a 2 RBI single to score those 3 runs off Luis Ortiz, but that's the only runs they got off Luis Ortiz was in that first inning. Luis Ortiz and goes 4 scoreless the rest of the way. So 3 in the first there. Then the Guardians, they score 2 in the top of the 3rd. He scored 2 runs. Bo Naylor with a solo homer and Jose Ramirez with an RBI single. So they cut the lead there to 1, and then nobody else, no more scoring until the top of the 8th. Martinez was safe on a fielder's choice. Ramirez scored. Manzardo the second, so a fielder's choice ties the game there. And then the top of the 10th, Cleveland pulls away with 4 runs. Like I said, Manzardo gets a double, Martinez doubles, Naylor sac flying to Jones RBI single. Bottom of the 10th, Torres with a 2 RBI double. But that's all they did. That's all they could muster. After that, 1 pitch outs. So yeah, then we'll go over the bullpen here.
And the jury rightfully found him guilty.
They come back from that 3-0 deficit early to get the win, man. 3-0 deficit to get the win. So now went over the scoring summary. Guardians had 11 hits, 7 runs, 29-22 record. Let's go over the bullpen. Matt Festa, the first out of the bullpen, 1 inning, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts for him. Joey Cantillo, 1 inning, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Then Cade Smith, 1 inning, no hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He walked a batter, but then after that, 3 more strikeouts. So in 2 games he's pitched in this series, 6 strikeouts for Cade Smith. Then you go to Tim Hare in a bounce back outing, 1 inning, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Loaded the bases in that first game. But he bounces back here with a scoreless inning with 2 strikeouts. And then Clase, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 earned run, no walks, 1 strikeout. He isn't as good as he was last year. He gave up that double, but that was it. Then he got a pair of 1 pitch outs. So bullpen was great. Let's go over the lineup now. Hit the quad. 1 for 4. The Lane train, Lane Thomas 0 for 4 and a walk. Ramirez and Manzardo each 2 for 5 and an RBI. Carlos Santana, the Unk, 1 for 4 and a walk. Schneemann, like saying that name, Schneemann, Daniel Schneemann, 1 for 2. Will Wilson pinch hitting 0 for 1. And then Angel Martinez 1 for 2, 2 RBIs. Arias 1 for 5. Naylor, Bo Naylor, 1 for 4, 2 RBIs. Jahanski Noel, 0 for 3. And then Nolan Jones pinch hitting 1 for 2 and an RBI for him. That's their lineup. And they improved to 29-22. They've won the first 3 games tomorrow, and they look for a 4-game sweep of Detroit. Detroit drops to 33-20, their first 3-game losing streak since the season opener. Not season opener, but the series against the Dodgers where we swept them. Casey Mize had a good outing, but the bullpen collapsed. First one, Brent Herter was good. 1.2 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He's had a very good season under a 2 ERA. But then Tommy Kahnle, 1 inning, 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, no strikeouts. He's had a really good season, though, so this is really his first, I guess, implosion out of the bullpen. Because coming in this game, he had like a 1.3 ERA. So, Will Vest, 1.1 innings, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He's had a very good start this season as Will Vest with a 1.5 ERA. But Brendan Hanafy, 1 inning, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Entering tonight, left-handed hitters had an 856 OPS against Brennan. In his career this season, it's a 1.241 OPS. So, a high leverage situation like that is definitely a choice. Who else do you bring in? I don't know, but that was definitely a choice. Yeah, the offense was not great. 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 in the first, but the next 2 come in the 10th, 1 error. Kerry Carpenter 1 for 3. Ibanez pinch hitting 0 for 1. Torres 2 for 2, 3 walks, 2 RBIs. Keith 1 for 5 and RBI. Green 0 for 4 and a walk. Torkelson 0 for 4. McKinstry 0 for 1, 2 walks. Malloy 0 for 1. Veerling 1 for 4, 2 RBIs. Sweeney 0 for 3. Baez 0 for 1, pinch hitting and run scored. And Jake Rogers 0 for 4. The Guardians dropped to 33-20. So let's go over the probable pitchers for the series finale tomorrow. These 4 games. It's actually at 11:35 a.m. It'll be Tariq Skubal and Logan Allen. Logan Allen hasn't particularly been bad, though. Actually been way better than I anticipated, but Treat Schoolball's gonna be tough. We'll see if the Tigers can avoid a 4-game sweep with Treat Schoolball on the mound, or will the Guardians with Logan Allen, will they get a sweep? We'll see. And I just want to give a reminder, the next series I'll be covering is also with the Tigers. I'll be recapping Tigers and Giants, my next series that I'll be recapping. Just with MLB recaps. I do all the Dodger games. This is just the next series is the best one for me to cover. Outside of the Dodgers, so yeah. That's really all I gotta say here. So until next time out. Peace.